returning from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over the first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Jackson. And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Here we go. Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Tua on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another run here with Dobbins. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Set, ready.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Ultra.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Tua got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Tua now on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He'll swing this out to B.O.M.B.S. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And they'll get him down past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Rolling to his left. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Jackson now. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Jackson will throw again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
In motion right is Robinson. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Right, 60.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Right, 97.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On the set. Striker, 3-3. Blue striker. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine,
he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yep, and now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.